stages, you were seeing people.
In the earlier stage, you was seeing people and you was hearing people. Help, holla, you all right? You're good, y'all. Make sure y'all hold on to something. You hear people trying to be united. You understand me? Make sure y'all hold on to something that's floating. Make sure y'all hold on. And as you hearing these people drift, you just hearing these people drift apart. They just drifting apart. So like I said, it came to a point. I don't know how long I was out there. I know I'll drop asleep. I don't know how long I sleep for, but it's like I know I sleep.
So what time you averaged you were rescued?
I could say 4:30, 5 o'clock, because it started getting bright. We stayed downstairs till, I could say 10 o'clock. You understand me? Then I told my partner, hey, let me go upstairs. Look how that water is. Water was coming in so much, I ain't even want to be downstairs no more. Because every time this boat splash, you literally see this water splashing in. And not no regular splashing, splashing. It's like this rim of this water. And right the rim of the eye.
Because it's so heavy, it's
and now it's so scary, because you like, what? If this thing dip a little, and I'm going upstairs. So as I said, I goes upstairs, my soldier went upstairs. The way we hammock was, I was like here and he was by the post. I dozed off in the hammock now. And I wake up to scream, and I'm thinking I'm having a relapse of the kids screaming, so make me go downstairs. But no, when I opened my eyes, this boat already canting. When I jumped and looked down where them girls was at, because I didn't want to step on nobody, these girls are sliding, not no slow slide, sliding quick. And it's like my eyes is watching them. And I watched them. That's when I seen them fall in that water. But you see this water bubbling up and coming to me faster.
Were they alone, the girls then?
They was with the babies.
They had babies.
They was trying to scramble for the babies, but by canting, they don't even have time to catch themselves.
Everyone on this side. On this side.
And the people, like this, it's a little girl with a lot of hair, short little haircut. This little girl, they said she saved the dude. That girl was sleeping under me. They had another dark-skinned young girl. She was sleeping. All these people who was right in this vicinity.
The hammock, right? So they on
They for some reason live, but these girls in front of them, they gone. Wash away. Wash away.
Them and the baby.
And around what time you average the boat camped? The ferry?
It had to be between 10:30 and 11. It had to be between them.
It was the same time I'm hearing too.
It had to be, because after a little while, I know I was like, yo, what time you got, cowboy? He was like, I clearly remember him saying 9:48 or something. I was like, yo, let we go upstairs. He was like, give me a minute, and he grabbed his food, and we went upstairs together.
In your hammock?
In your hammock. He go in his hammock, I go in my hammock. When you wake, you getting all the scream. I jumps up, and I'm trying to evaluate what's going on. And I'm seeing this boat canting, not slow. This, I tell everybody.
Real fast.
This boat went down like a hot brick. Hot piece of steel. So when this boat canting, I was on this side of the wall. All right. Well, if you know, they got 4 sides, well, 3 sides to a dimensional wall. This and this wall became somewhere I could have stand on now, because the boat canting. So now I'm standing up on the wall trying to fight myself to climb out. And as I'm getting a partial way through, it's like all this water now push me out this boat. So now the only thing I could do is tread water and look. So as I'm treading the water and look, you just see everything bubbling up. Anything that could float was coming up. Anything that was floating coming up.
So you held on to anything, or you were just swimming?
I was just swimming.
But what was the songs like in the water? Like, were people saying anything? Was anybody?
People was screaming. People was shouting. Me, I was shouting for my partner, because before I left that boat, I said, "Cowboy, this way." And all you seen was a little hole, and it was the sky. That's what I see. I swear to y'all. Now it's like me mind telling me, get to this hole. Get to this hole. So when I told Cowboy, come this way, and I turned around, as soon as I said, Cowboy, come this way, all you hear was a deafening, you know how steel bend? Like a big, and as soon as you hear that, the lights went click. You hear the engine stop, everything stop, and all you hearing is one set of screaming.
Titanic movie right away?
Nah, I ain't remember nothing. I was just trying to remember how to stay afloat. I just want to get to the top because my mother came down here and buried my brother in 2012. And I promised her she would not do that to me. You understand me? So my whole thing is I wasn't thinking about her. I wasn't thinking about mama, baby, nothing. I was just thinking about find something to stay afloat. Because I already know I got a cast on my foot in my hand. So it's like that survival instinct kicked in. So as soon as I start treading, that's when you see one set of stuff bubbling up. At that time, the boat went down. Right? And when I grabbed the, it was a 5-gallon bottle, an empty bottle. I grabbed her. This boat come back up. And when this boat was going back down, it's like it's dragging me back down. The waves going up and coming down. So now when it come back down, it's just like grabbing me. And I realized, no, I can't stay afloat in this. But as I turn around, when you go up, you see stuff. When you come down, it's like you see in 360 water. When you go up, you'll see the lights and stuff. So now it's like when I go up, I'm looking for things. When I come down, I know I can't find nothing. When the wave bring me up again, that's when a big cooler comes up in front of me. Like came up from the boat. Like whatever it was, it just come up. That's what I was trying to say, tell my homeboy too, cause at first I was showing him. We even went to the front of this boat. I was like, yo, come look at this shit. Be on you citation. Look at this. Cause every time this boat go up, when it come back down, you literally see stuff shifting. So I was saying every time this boat go up and come down, you'll see stuff shifting. I was like, look. You'll see the potatoes and stuff shifting. And every time it goes up, it'll shift more. And the way they packed this potatoes and stuff, it was like a wall.
Like a wall?
Yeah, so think about if you take a piece of here, a piece of there, this whole wall gonna drop. And I was telling me soldier, I said, look, being you citation. If you don't know how, and I'm playing. I said, bye, if you don't know how to play, if you don't know how to swim, grab a life jacket. I'm telling you. And we went our hammer.
Oh, so you mentioned this before?
Yes, from I got on the boat, my spider senses my spider senses telling me, bye, you really need to go on this boat? Because like I said, me personally, I sell detector parts. And I know I was stocking up on my detector parts, stocking up, because people be
So
wanting.
you lost a lot of stuff, cargo?
I lost all my stuff. That's why I told you I got 2 different slippers. I lost my suitcase, lost my bag, everything of clothes I lost.
And all the stuff that you were going to sell in Region
Oh,
1.
everything. The money I had, everything gone.
So like how much money?
Well, I got a little shop. I had 2 months rent to pay. I was supposed to be up there earlier, but by me having an accident, I stayed. So I had 2 months rent. Remember when you get off these boats, you need hotel for the night, you need money to move. I walked with like 450. I lost everything. The chain I had on my neck, I lost up by probably swimming out or whatever. I don't know that could go its way, but I wanted my freedom, so it's like once these things happen, then you don't care about them stuff. You want about your well-being. But like I said, now after you have nothing, no phone, no nothing. When they told us we going back to Georgetown, when they came back and got me from the hospital and said, no, plans change. What we going to do is, where you got to go? You going to keep on going to Khartoum? Or I'm like, go to Khartoum with what, big man?
Or before we get to there. So tell us when the ferry went down. The 87-year-old ferry too. 87-year-old ferry. that should have been condemned, should have been in a junkyard, not today, years ago, decades ago. Tell us when the ferry went down, what happened between that time, 10:30, to when you were rescued.
As soon as it went down, like I said, and I got the survival and got to that that cooler, I was stuck in that cooler till 5 o'clock.
Oh, you went in the cooler?
No, I was just on it. I took you like they have a little boy.
Like a life jacket for you.
Yeah, I stick the broken hand through because I had the cast and I locked on it and just stayed on it.
And it's how big cooler?
A decent sized cooler. You know the coolers that they be putting the chicken and the beef in? One of those. So I don't know the real size. I can't know the size.
I really assisted you
here. Yeah. Because it came sometimes I was throwing myself on top of the cooler and I was able to, until the wave bounced it over and,
You said the water was cold, eh?
It was cold and rough because at least where I was at was going, it was I was just holding on for dear life. You could just put it like that.
But even in that period, you were seeing other people or hearing other people.
You was hearing...
not at the beginning. Not in the first, well, I kind of an estimated time for you because...
See, like, exactly.
And so in the earliest stages, you were seeing people...
In the earliest stage, you was seeing people and you was hearing people. Help, holla, you all right? You good? Y'all make sure y'all hold on to something. You hear people trying to be united. You understand me? Make sure y'all hold on to something that's floating. Make sure y'all hold on. And as you hearing these people drift, you just hearing these people drift apart. They just drifting apart. So like I said, it came to a point, I don't know how long I was out there. I know I'll drop asleep. I don't know how long I'd sleep for, but it's like I know I sleep.
So what time you averaged you were rescued?
I could say 4:30, 5 o'clock because it started getting bright. And the thing about it is, when this boat first went down, it's like this captain shot a flare up in the air. And then they shot another flare up in the air and the airplane come around. Because you could see when they shot this, you hearing...
I heard the airplane based on flight tracker and so came there around 2:33 in the morning.
Yeah, but like that's what I was saying. Once we got in that water, all sense of timing gone. You understand me? But I know they shot a flare up in the air. And from where I was drifting, this flare was fire. Right, DSL, and I'm here. And you see the flare going up. And then not too long after that, you hear a plane. But we ain't know if a plane was coming for real or if the plane turned around. You don't know. But I know it was those times when you heard the plane, that's when you heard the flare. That's when you seen the flare, the red flare.
Because in your state, it's understandable that you would lose all sense of time and everything because you just didn't have it.
1 minute feels like a year.
Yeah.
At 3:22 a.m. Then it's been deactivated.
The flare.
They'll send out a helicopter and the plane.
Sad.
So 11, 12, 1, 2, 3, 5 hours off. That is our search and rescue unit in Guyana.